when it comes to our 2D side-scrolling strategy game development, I feel I'm entering the valley of despair. So let me unpack this a little bit today. Hey guys, welcome to the Game Dev Diary audio log, which is my attempt to document a journey of making a 2D side-scrolling strategy game. At least this is our first project that we are making now. Last time I talked to you guys about the playtest results because we run beginning of November a series of playtests with 12 people. And we learned a lot. You could check that out. That's the previous episode on this podcast. And now we are continuing the work. And I'd like to give an update on how I feel right now. I think this is going to be really the important part, or this is going to be really a stand-up meeting, but I'm just going to mix in my emotions as well. So you guys know where we are. Good news. So after the playtest, we realized, and I told you guys about already, that we were not having sound effects and music for the demo, for the playable demo. And I think partially the lack of those sound effects and music didn't really help all the players to actually have fun with the game. It just is just needed, right? And it was a good confirmation. So the cool thing is that now our team is expanding, and we will most likely beginning of the year, late January or mid-February roughly, we will have 2 extremely talented professionals joining our team on the sound effects and on the music side. And we will actually expand the game and finally give it its full personality. I'm super excited about that, to be honest. Like, maybe even if you don't hear it on my voice, because I'm kind of mixed emotionally, but I'm so glad. It actually was such a big accomplishment that they said yes to this project. It's just, I understand obviously it's a contract work for them, but at the same time, I was kind of worried that they would think that our project is it's just like a high school hobby project and, it sucks. And it was just pretty cool to actually have these 2 professionals saying yes to collaborate with us. So I'm quite happy about that, to be honest. And it was a huge thing for me. And I think also for my partner, Marcel. So we will actually expand, and this game will have its proper music and sound, which is super awesome. So the other thing is that I'm back at drawing a lot for the game, which helps me to reconnect with it a little bit. By the playtest, I was kind of drained. I felt I used up all my creative juice for this game and maybe that's a good sign of our inexperience, right? That we tried many things, we had to cut many things. Actually, eventually I should have an episode or maybe a YouTube Devlog video about all the cut stuff, all the things we had to actually just throw out. So when I say creative juice, it's not just anything that's in the game right now, but also all those fucking things that are not in the game anymore. So yeah, I just felt drained, and for the past couple of weeks, I kept feeling that way. So after the playtest, we sat down with Mart to discuss all the feedback that we got, and we realized that the ultimate goal, the ultimate aim, and the objectives in the game were, first of all, not fun and not clear. So we will put much more focus on building monuments for aliens. So that's why you have to manage your settlement to actually build works of art or inspiring monuments for aliens of the galaxy. And we realized that we were not really emphasizing that enough. And so we try to come up with more ideas for that part, like how to emphasize that, not just from a visual representation point of view, but also from a gameplay point of view. So that's what we are doing now. And the other thing that we are working on is also a faction system to actually add some more variety in terms of who you build these things for, what type of alien species and who they are. And that gave me quite a lot to work. So that has been my focus during the past couple of weeks, is to figure these species out, the kind of their background a little bit, but also come up with assets that combine well. So when you create your monuments and the works of art, the statues, these are kind of statues, stuff like that. So, and the other thing that I focused on was this monument builder, the statue builder, when you could have like a different head, a body, and a base for those, and you could combine them and change them and kind of come up with funny and weird shit. And artistically, to be honest, it was quite a bit of a challenge for me to come up with assets and parts that combine well together so it doesn't fall apart. This was kind of the first time I did that, and I had to do a lot of searching, and it just didn't really want to work. I really hated myself during the progress. I was just really frustrated, and I really started to doubt and my abilities, or the lack of my abilities. And yeah, so probably you could hear this is all filled with inexperience and the fact that we just never done these things before, despite the fact that my partner is a good filmmaker. I was designing software all my life, but video games are just a different beast. Yeah, the art dimension, the unpredictability, and the fun factor, right, which you cannot really just put down on paper. It's not that mathematical. We have to do quite a lot of trial and error. But if something fails, if something is not a good idea, then you may just try it. And I think I'm personally becoming more hesitant, because as we just burn more and more and more time, and not finding the final direction for the game gets me quite a bit, to be honest, and not in a good way. So although I'm quite happy that the project is progressing, I still feel we are doing a lot of searching, and we still haven't figured out the overall progression for this game, how the levels will come. Will we even have levels, or if so, how? I don't know, and it really, really bothers me now, to be honest, that I just don't know this. I thought by this time, by December, I will know it, but I still don't know it. We have a cool in-level progression, I feel. We have a good grasp on that, but how this game is gonna be more than an hour long, I have absolutely no idea, I feel. I mean, it's not that I don't have any ideas. Actually, I had quite a lot of ideas, but we were just not committing to any of these. Anytime I, for example, bring up something, I feel we don't really buy into it. But Martz is cool about it. He tries to calm me down, and he believes that the moment we figured out the small things and all these small systems starts to work together in a good way, then we will see clear. I really do hope that's gonna be the case. But right now I'm feeling a bit lost, and it bothers me that I still don't see it, and we haven't committed to a vision that we want to pursue in terms of full vision. I have many ideas, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be in the game. I don't know. Probably it's a natural part of this process, but I am feeling a little lost, and that really makes me, or it really makes it more challenging for me to draw anything new for the game, because I don't know why I'm doing them. Maybe because I'm a bit of an art first and story first type of guy. I need to know why something looks that way, why the character acts that way, or anything like that. So for me, not knowing that makes it difficult for me right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be titling this episode as Losing Steam, because I feel like that, and I think that's just part of it. We're right in the middle. I personally entered the valley of despair, and the informed pessimism phase is where I am. After the uninformed optimism, I'm for sure now in the informed pessimism phase. Probably what didn't help either is that after the playtests, I created a small pitch, because we realized that if we really want to fund a full game's sound effects and music, expenses, we want to cover that, then we probably will need more money. So we don't want to just burn our own personal savings on a fully, composed and sound design game. We will do it for the demo, which will be about, I don't know, I think it's about 20 to 40 minutes gameplay, roughly, depending on, how good you are with the game. So we will fund that out of pocket, from our personal savings. But we realized also that probably if we want to sleep better, it would be cool to have more some external funding for this game. So I created a small pitch. Although I felt, it's not ready and it's very light still, and the lack of vision really bothered me, I still created a pitch deck. I sent it to 4 publishers just to test the waters. 3 out of those rejected in a couple of days, and one didn't even reply. So I think that's the current state of the industry, and I feel that we will need to stick probably to the self-publishing route. It's not because our game is bad, but it's because it's not yet refined. It's extremely early, I feel. We haven't really done any marketing at this point ourselves. We haven't really built a community. So I totally get it, right? So I totally get it that nobody really clicked with it. But at the same time, I'm happy that other professionals were actually willing to participate and help us. So that's where we are. But to be honest, the rejections, especially these almost like robotic, cold rejection emails did not have a good impact on me. And it took me a while to recover and just to kind of look at this game again with some positive attitude. Yeah, it's not easy, you know. Nobody likes to be rejected, I guess. At least I don't know. I don't like to be rejected for sure. That's it. I think it's good. It put us in our place, and we keep working on it. And I think, all that I just told you about, the lack of the full vision, the overarching progression in this game, I think that shows in our pitch, right? And as long as we don't have it figured out, I think everything feels like a dead end for me right now. So I could draw this, I could draw that, but I'm not really happy with it. So anyways, we will keep grinding and making this game a reality, because if we are not doing it, nobody else will do it, and nobody wants this game, right? That's also the difficult part. I don't even like the tone of my voice today, guys. I'm so sorry, but I just had to kind of document this audio log for myself, and this is not really a happy one. Although happy and good things are happening to the game, we are still together. That's probably quite important, that by this time other teams would have quit. But the demons in my head tell me, or they are not sleeping, right? They are not asleep nowadays. They are in my head, and I'm losing steam, and I am not really feeling confident about it. Although a lot of cool things came out already, and we are happy with the progress, and we will still keep going on regardless my current emotional state. And I think maybe that's the important part about this. I don't know. I don't want to preach. I don't want to give advice or anything, but that's just where I am. And towards the end of the year, we will just have one more full working week. Now I'm recording this podcast, but I'm also, the moment I do this, I feel like I'm just actually stealing precious time from doing productive work on the game. So it's all about this guilt and this negative feelings. When you're in this not great flow, there were moments previously and a couple of months back, but I felt, okay, this is a healthy flow. Cool and steady feedback came in from playtesters, whatnot, but I just lost it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed. That's it. But I really, really do hope that at some point we will see what this game is in its full realized vision. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is try to draw and keep working and iterating, and hopefully hopefully as a byproduct we will have a full game realized eventually, at least an outline for it, like where this is going, because we have a level, we have characters, we have all of it. It's pretty good, but what makes a player to progress from one level to another? Will we even have levels? I don't know. I have no fucking idea, and it bothers me. And that's where I'm gonna leave you now. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. It's good and bad. It's a mixed bag for now. We are in the middle of this thing. We started it. There's no turning back now. And yeah, it's just a bit overwhelming. So this is probably this is so anti-marketing content for this game, right? So I'm not even gonna use this as a marketing thing, because like every marketeer would probably come at me and say like, you're so stupid. You have to show it like everything's fine. This is the best game ever, right? This is the best game on the fucking planet. This is gonna be so successful. But that's just not how I feel. And I think I need to allow myself to rant about this a little bit and eventually get back on track. Happy Christmas if you celebrate it. Enjoy. Happy New Year if you celebrate that. If you don't, then just, I don't know, take care and chill. Put on all the Harry Potter movies, or just read the books, or, the Lord of the Rings extended director's cut. That can do some good to you, I know. And play Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's absolutely amazing, guys. It's so my type of game, and I cannot recommend it enough. Thank you very much for checking in. Talk to you next time. Bye.